North Andover Scarlet Knights hosting the Legends from Lawrence. We'd like your attention this year. We're going to have the prize of the crowd. Representing Los Angeles, including Lawrence, number 7, Ruben Morello. Captain Ronnie Penny, number 11. Captain Dylan Montanez, number 22, and Captain Freeman Montanez, representing the North Andover Knights. Number 5, Captain Chica Blue. Number 53, Andrew Carter, and number 72, Joe Wilson. Lawrence will make the call and the point of the year. I'm sure you'll enjoy the good singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the most bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the
North Andover returns starters from last year's team, and they have new players. And they have a transfer, Gabe D'Souza. The family is from Everett. His father moved up here this year. His brother went to school at UMass Lowell. The ball is free. Lawrence falls on it at about the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. North Andover opens on defense. Carter, Roffler in the middle, Oguru as an end. North Andover likes to put pressure in the middle. They have fast defensive ends. Middle linebacker is free to go left and right. Fill the opening. Make the tackle. 2 receivers wide right for Lawrence. Handoff, hit immediately by the defensive end and right side linebacker. North Andover defenders clapping at their success on the opening play. Darren Watson, cornerback on this side, the near side. It seems like Darren Watson has been here 4 years already. Pass, tackled immediately. Nice pass, but it was a little high, and he hit the receiver in a stationary position, which made him vulnerable because he knew where he was and he wasn't going anywhere. Lawrence subbing in a receiver. Quarterback has the play. Pro pistol offense. Wide receivers on each side. And he throws it away. He may have had number 13, who was the inside receiver, breaking out wide, but he was only open at the cut. After that, he was well covered. So there was nowhere to go with that ball. Mark Federico, a junior safety, on that play. And it's 4th down. Lawrence will punt. It's a nice punt, hits at midfield, gets a good roll down to the 44, inside the 44. Back to receive that punt was the new transfer sensation, Gabe D'Souza. Gabe played last year for Everett High School, perennial champion or challenger in the state.
Where the North Andover team is right now?
His brother played football before him at Everett and played 4 years as a soccer player at UMass Lowell. Brother's Gilly D'Souza, and he's looking to play pro soccer in Europe. He's graduated at UMass Lowell, has his degree. So McElroy, under center, 3 backs, fumbles the ball momentarily, but gives it, looks like Watson's stride to me. The sun is at an angle, and so it's a little difficult to pick up numbers until the sun changes its location. Okay, so it's a 3rd and 3 or 4. McElroy pitches to Watson, who has the first down easily. Nice lane opened up by the receivers and pulling guards. 1st and 10, North Andover at the Lawrence 42. Opening drive for North Andover. Coach Dubdinsky animated on the sidelines with his clipboard, his headphones. And we are prepared. North Andover the Knights off to a very successful start this year. Nice defensive play by one of the leaders on the Lawrence team, Anthony Garcia, number 13. Broke that up. 2nd and 10. And split out, man in motion. Inside handoff. Ran right into a Lawrence defender, number 5, but rolled off of him nicely and to make a few more yards. And as it might happen, number 5 is not in the program. Probably had a uniform number change, or maybe I misread his number. And in motion again, handoff in the middle, several yards, and plowing forward for another 2. So it's a 4th down and a long 4. Ball on the 36. Early in the game, the coach decides there's no benefit in punting. McElroy signaling to the receiver. Rolling out. Throwing and hitting over the middle. Hard to see the number. That may have been Slattery on that catch. Handoff. Going off tackle. Lawrence overmatched them with their defensive alignment there. Make the tackle for a short gain. A yard, maybe 2. Coach D sending in the play. D'Souza on the near side at the sideline. McElroy looking for him down the field and throws it out of bounds. He was covered by the cornerback and roaming over there looking for perhaps an inside cut. The defender for Lawrence. Perhaps Manny Lara. Oh no, that was Anthony Garcia at safety. And looking for D'Souza to cut inside. Give him an opportunity to break on the ball. But no, McElroy did the wise thing and threw it away. It's now third down, about the 18. And Watson is sniffed out. They were looking for that one. He ran a deep motion, and Lawrence was all over the play coming to the side. So a significant loss of 6 or 8 yards, due mostly to the fact that the pitch was thrown deep into the backfield. So there's a long way, 8 or 9 yards back to the line of scrimmage. D'Souza left-footed through for the opening score of the game. North Andover Knights 3 and the Lawrence Lancers yet to score. We're here at Joe Walsh Stadium. It's a beautiful day. I'm looking out at our new turf. It's positively three-dimensional. It's like glistening in the sun. It's as though it's Technicolor in stereo. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful Friday, Indian summer here in North Andover at the end of September. And yet, do I dare say climate change? The leaves are still green. Oh, there's a little yellow out there, but not much. Perhaps the fall will be late this year and we'll keep some of this good weather. D'Souza, his brother's a soccer player, kicks off. Did I say his brother Gilly is looking to play pro in Europe? Prior to the game, I got a chance to talk to one of the Lawrence coaches about their players, and he said he introduced himself. The coach said he'd been doing this for many years. His first name is Yamin, and he said he's a relative of the owners, the longtime owners of our own Butcher Boy Market. Lawrence making a reasonably good gain on first down. They give him 4, 2nd and 6. Lawrence, the center and the right tackle are big boys. They have a lot of beef on that side. You'd think if they need to run and get yardage, that's where they'll go for short yardage. Fake. And the ball is caught. A beautiful throw and catch. He was well covered, but the quarterback threads the ball right in there. That's Brendan Santel. He's a junior quarterback. He's only 5'8", 160, but he's like a Fran Tarkington from the old days. Good scrambler, good passer, all around good athlete. What a beautiful sky. Just some low fingertip clouds on the horizon. open overhead. Beautiful full sun here this afternoon. One, two, three, 2, 3. Today is Yom Kippur. Yes. So we have a timeout. Nothing open on the left-hand side. Quarterback heading for the sideline for a play from the coach. So the runner cuts back, but North Andover all over that, avoiding the blocking, stacking up, making the tackle. As a pass to the sidelines, tackled, nice defensive play by North Andover. The receiver on that was Dylan Montanez. He's a captain. And he was brought down by J.D. Allen. Nice play, J.D. J.D.'s a junior. Timeout. Beautiful late afternoon here. This evening, some of our friends will be celebrating Yom Kippur. We, of course, wish them an enjoyable holiday. Quarterback in the pistol. North Andover defensive line, the defensive ends pushing hard, trying to get in there. Pass was incomplete. And Lawrence will punt. And it looks like D'Souza. D'Souza's fairly tall. And fast. And the punt will come from about the 40-yard line. It's a good punt. D'Souza drifting back to about inside the 10. Cuts up the middle. Not too much blocking. He had 4 on 2 for the defense, so he's brought down. At a short gain, but he did get it. Looks like at about the 10. So we're fairly backed up to start this next series. Of course, we do have a small lead of North Andover Knights 3 here at Joe Walsh, and Lawrence has yet to score. Brendan Santel playing the middle linebacker, he's outrun easily by Watson towards the sideline for a short gain, but significant. He needs to move the ball out, and got 3 or 4 yards on that play. So second down. McElroy, Jake, coming in with the play. Jake is listed at 5'10", 175, and he's a junior. Played very well last year, and is playing even better this year. North Andover's defense has become morphing from old school to new school. The ball appears to have come out, but I believe he was down. Whistles blow. Lawrence possessed the ball, but after the whistle. Play on. It's third down and 3.5 or 4. So you'd think backed up this way, you wouldn't risk an interception. You would probably try a run off in the middle. And why not? Close. Look for the officials. And it looks like it's about a yard shy of the first down. Players coming to the sideline. And that is the end of the first quarter. And of course, North Andover has that field goal by D'Souza, giving them a lead here at the end of the first quarter. The Knights 3, the Lancers yet to score. North Andover has an improved and significant defense this year. This week, the local papers, the Boston papers, the Herald, had North Andover listed within the top 20. Max Preps, which is a national publication on the internet, they had them listed in the low 30s in the state.
Are you doing the play-by-play?
Yes, why?
There's a lot of feedback out there when you're off the hook. There's like a sizzle.
Am I on? Okay. So, sun has peeked behind a cloud here momentarily. You get another look at our beautiful new field. You can almost see a little crest in the middle if you look closely. So, should drain well. First down, Lawrence into the middle, and he is stacked up and wrapped up and wrestled to the ground. Terrific defensive play for a loss of 2 by North Andover. Looks like the right side linebacker probably. That might have been Slattery on that tackle. He's lined up looking to rush the passer from the outside here, but he stays, covers in the middle. The ball is thrown down and out beyond the first down marker. Quarterback leads the receiver towards the marker and the sideline, and that's a first down. Nice play, timed it up well. Released the ball on the cut. Ball on time. No pressure on the quarterback there. Slattery and others played the line and were playing in the short zone, looking for a pass underneath rather than over the linebackers. Crossed up by Lawrence, who went for the first down all at once. Ball in the middle. And a nice tackle wrapped up. That might have been Chris Clemenza for North Andover. Quarterback back. A long pass wobbling. The receiver comes back for the ball. You might call that sort of a back shoulder throw, I suppose. I guess you'd have to say it was underthrown by 8 yards, but the receiver stopped on the route and came back for the ball. A good athletic play to get back to the ball. Under center. Ball handed off into the middle for a short gain. Jacob Tamayo, who's a sophomore, is in there now at quarterback. He has the play. This game is very well attended. And there's a lot of peripheral activity, people walking the catwalk across to McDonald's and back. Tamayo wrestled out of the pocket, gives up the ball. That looks like a free ball. It's picked up. North Andover running the ball back, one man to beat, and he inside the 50 down to the 40 and brought down. And a alert play by North Andover to pick that ball up and get it downfield as quickly as possible. That gave them extra yardage. Some might have fallen on that ball, but opportunistic. North Andover drilled to get that ball up and go with it. And so, at the 38, 1st and 10, McElroy. 2 receivers left, looks for somebody on the right. It's wrestled, brought down. Pocket only stayed for about 3 seconds there. And they couldn't hold him out much longer than that. There was good coverage in the initial part of the pattern on the right-hand side. And there was a safety looking at it. So it would have been unwise to let the ball go immediately. Okay, Lawrence shifting the defense. In motion, Watson, McElroy rolls left, throws the ball to number 44 down to the almost the 30-yard line for North Andover. A nice alert play to get that ball out to Mike Coles. He's the fullback. He's 5'7" and 180. Number 44, a number a lot of good players have worn at North Andover. And we have it's now 3rd and about 5. McElroy into center, fakes the pitch, inside handoff again. Brought down by number 12 of Lawrence, Brian Perez. He's the wide receiver. The ball carrier there might have been J.D. Allen. McElroy under center again, drops back, rolling out, looking long. Now he has to scramble, throws the ball away. A wise decision there. He was pursued by a half a dozen Lawrence defenders, and he had no blocking and nowhere to go. The nearest receiver was 20 yards or more downfield. There was just nothing there on that play. Looks like the coaching staff of Lawrence might be guessing the play calling. Or perhaps they have an Apple Watch. McElroy rolling out on a carry, a keeper. Avoids 1, 2, and is brought down by the 3rd tackler at about the 25. That was a keeper, I think, in McElroy's decision from the time the ball was snapped. Looking to spread out the defense by showing them something a little different. He's a little hobbled by that tackle, it appears. Shaking it off, though. Okay, he seems to have the circulation in it now. He's not walking normally. So Cox coming out as the center. Samanek is the guard, and Carter on the right side as the tackle. A pitch back, a throwback. Stumbling, rumbling, rolling down the field. Nice yardage. A well-designed play to Mike Coles, who was wide open. People pursuing the ball to the North Andover right side of the field. And Coles was, he and others had the defense overmanned. The remaining defense of Lawrence. And so the ball is moved back by apparently a penalty. So it's 3rd and about 14 or 15 from the 31-yard line. in the pistol, passing down, of course. Gabe wide left. A nice pitch wide open to probably a tight end. And that is a successful down and in. I would say the safety perhaps was the player there, and you run towards him, turn inside, and you're blocking his path to the ball. Quarterback times it up, delivers it ahead of time, and it's there. Nice play. Depends on practice. And having a receiver with some height and size. Physical mismatch. Inside handoff the other way. And scrambling. A beautiful run for a score, a touchdown. Great blocking and persistence, speed, elusiveness. He has it all. Darren Watson also plays basketball here for the North Andover Knights. D'Souza with the kick. So North Andover now 10, and Lawrence yet to put points on the board. They've had some opportunities, but North Andover's defense seems to have their number, at least so far. The ball is placed down on the North Andover 40-yard line. Souza at the ball. The kick team captains and players 5 yards back, not showing their formation yet. Here's Lawrence on the field. The deepest back for Lawrence is Freddie Gabin, a 5'7", 160-pound sophomore. Okay, so the official signals play. And here in the second quarter, a nice kick received, brought back to the 22-yard line and brought down. That was a return by Dylan Montez, who's a flanker, a senior, 5'10", 170 for the Lancers. Mike Sidley on the kick defense team. Lawrence places their line, and the offensive players break. It's a quick pass to the running back who flares out in the backfield towards the wide side of the field, catches what I would call a screen pass, or you might have years ago. and makes decent yardage. Got probably about 8 yards on that play on first down. So 2nd and 2 for Lawrence. They have a big right tackle. He's tall and he's carrying significant weight. It's hard to handle him single-handedly. Inside handoff. Breaking to the sideline and turning the corner, but pushed out of the bounds. It's Brandon Santel. He's a running back and an inside linebacker. He's 6 feet and 230 pounds, so that's not an easy tackle. Fortunately, we strung him towards the sidelines. He turned the corner and was easily pushed out of bounds. Tried to make as much as he could, and he did get the first down. So. Ruben Murillo out wide this side for Lawrence. There's a screen to the other side. And he is an elusive runner. Manny Lara. He's a halfback and plays a free safety on defense. He's 5'8", 160 pounds. Fast, elusive, and that was a good gain. So Lawrence has something working here. Couple of minutes to go in the second period, second quarter. They have the play. They have a receiver, 3 receivers to the right, 1 in tight in the end position, but he's a receiver. Inside handoff off the left guard. Not their strong side. So looking to get North Andover to move with the receivers to push their own defense to their left, but they make the play anyway. And so no gain. Oh. And apparently a significant penalty. Looks like maybe 15 yards. So inside the 35 for first down for Lawrence. They continue their momentum here. We need a play. He's wide open as number 7. Cuts through the backfield, turns the ball upfield, and is surrounded by 3 North Andover defenders. Brought down, but a significant gain. Ball inside the 20, about the 18, and another first down for Lawrence. So they have a feeling at this point. Nice stop on first down by North Andover. A couple of players surround the running back, bring him down. Jacob Tamayo, the sophomore, is still in there and in control for this drive. It's a beautiful day. I mean, you would think it's late August, not late September. the 29th of September. It's a Friday. It's late afternoon. And here we are in beautiful North Andover, Merrimack Valley. Intercepted beautifully, and running in the open field has only one man, number 2, to beat, and he does bring him down. But Gabe D'Souza, our new best friend, was in the right place at the right time. There wasn't really a receiver there, so the ball and the receiver, the quarterback, Lawrence, was not in sync on that play, and D'Souza was just at the right spot. Ran it back beautifully. Great field position here. We're over midfield as opposed to being close to scored on, so what a turn of events. McElroy, the magician, escapes, running down the sideline, a significant gain. So just like that, the momentum has changed. Lawrence demoralized, and North Andover elated. So Cox, the center, is over the ball, snaps a low snap back to McElroy, rolls left, looking for a wide open receiver who catches the ball and goes out of bounds. That's Ryan Slattery. Ryan is still only a junior. I think he played last year significantly. Samanek at right guard, Carter at the tackle. Billy Reed, left guard. Rolling, and throwing. And the ball was caught, but by a defender. And that might have been an interception, because I think he came with his feet down in bounds. So that was unfortunate. The North Andover did not have a receiver close to the person who intercepted the ball, and I think McElroy was intending to throw that away. And indeed, it went down the sideline and was on the sideline, but Lawrence managed to leap into the air, catch the ball, look below himself, and managed to come down with his feet in bounds. So that is the half. And many twists and turns of momentum here in the first half. But North Andover playing well. Gabe D'Souza coming off and greeting his coach. D'Souza, as talented as Darren Watson is, D'Souza is as good, I would say, and he's a dynamic personality. We're lucky to have both of those players on this football team, as well as McElroy, who's a spark plug. A natural leader here on the team. So that is the first half. We'll soon have the band, and then we'll be back with the second half. So for now, this is Ray Ahern saying hello to all our friends out there in North Andover. And if you're listening to this in Lawrence, have a beautiful fall weekend.
Try to get the white.
want me to shut it off right now? When do you want me to shut it off and then shut it on?
Okay. So we're back. There we are. We're back. The sound of the drums of the band moving into the distance. CamEd brings you the sights and sounds of the North Andover Public Schools. To see school events, performances, and lots of games right here on CamEd. Watch us, Channel 99 on Comcast Xfinity and Channel 28 on Verizon Fios. CamEd is pleased to bring you Friday night football, and today it's Friday afternoon football. Happy fall, North Andover.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. Pressure's too much. I quit.
I get it. I can do better. Just please
Don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, my name is Jim. I am a volunteer here at North Andover Cam. What is North Andover Cam, you ask? It's the local TV studio here in town where you can produce your own TV show. Have you ever wondered what it's like to go behind the scenes of a TV production? Well, this is the place to be. The staff here at North Andover Cam will teach you everything you need to know. It's a place where you can learn all aspects of TV production, like how to run cameras, be a floor director, an audio tech, or even a director. North Andover Cam is for all ages. You can visit the website at www.northandovercam.org or come by and tour the studio at 430 Osgood Street in North Andover High School and become a member. They're always looking for volunteers of all ages. Thank you. The staff is looking forward to seeing you. And
And there's the kickoff. North Andover with the ball, running it back over the 25, out to almost the 30. The ball carrier slow to get up. That looks like it might be D'Souza. Nice return. You can recognize D'Souza. He has the red towel and the Red Sox. Did I say Red Sox? You know, they have an opportunity this evening to clinch the American League East. Magic number is 1. The Yankees won this afternoon. McElroy, handoff to Watson. Watson, quick moving feet. Picks him up and puts him down. And nice blocking on that side. A significant gain. It's second and about 2. So a nice start. D'Souza runs it back. Watson makes a gain. McElroy coming up under center again. 3 blockers on the right. And McElroy on the quarterback keeper makes the first down and more. Perhaps another 4 or even 5 yards. We'll have to see from the spot. Coach is out there. He's on the edge of the field, calling a play, signaling to the quarterback. Looking at his sheet. Cox, the center. Man in motion. Ball dive play in the middle. Significant gain. Up and with a last burst with 3 men on its back. Our number 44, this year's number 44, makes a first down, carrying the ball over midfield, down beyond the 45 to the 44-yard line of Lawrence. Mike Coles. Pitch and around. Skirts the first defender, splits the next 2, and brought down for a good gain. We have some momentum here. J.D. Allen, running back, also plays quarterback. He's a junior. A lot of players from last year's sophomore class starting this year for North Andover and playing well. Watson, again, driving hard. Brought down by a host of Lawrence tacklers, but taking the ball to the 36-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. McElroy looks left to D'Souza. Running back Watson adjusts his position to accommodate for the defense before the snap. Takes the handoff. Makes a short gain, but not enough to gain the first down mark. So, decision again. It looks like we're going to forego the punt, as we did in the first half. McElroy comes up, surveying the defense. 2 inside backers over the center. And the coach and the quarterback don't like that defense. No. That would have been a disaster to call the play there. So try again. We're still not going to punt. D'Souza, a good kicker. Best kicker we've had in years, perhaps. We did have a kicker a few years ago who was a pretty good punter. Pretty good kickoff kicker as well. Watson avoids and beautiful, stretching it out, diving, makes the first down, of course, and more. Speed, you can't teach speed. But apparently a penalty. Being walked off. Holding on North Andover. Coles comes to the sidelines, and D'Souza drops into the punt formation. The snap will be from the 45, and D'Souza will be punting from about his 45. High snap, almost a blocked kick. D'Souza lucky to get that away. It's a good kick and with a good roll inside the 10. So, a nice exchange of field position at least. And Lawrence will have the ball. And it looks like the official wants to call a penalty perhaps on Lawrence running into the punter. Talking it over with the North Andover coach. And he declines. He prefers to put Lawrence back. So a decision by the North Andover head coach. Let's not take the penalty. So let's see how this works out. North Andover head coach, a family of football coaches, high school football coaches in middle Massachusetts, the Leominster area, Fitchburg, has relatives who are candidates for the Coaches Hall of Fame here in Massachusetts for high school football. First down, Lawrence, a pitch, going right, dips the shoulder, jumps a tackle. Thanks. So, but a net gain of only a couple of yards for Lawrence. Good defense again by North Andover. As I said, a revised, improved defense this year. That helps a lot. Takes the pressure off of the offense and allows the coach to have options that he wouldn't otherwise have. Potential pass right off the hands, in and out and through the hands of the Lawrence receiver, number 4, Roniel Pena, a junior, a strong safety. That's the kind of play, that's the kind of ball, if you're the strong safety, you want to be defending and intercept. But a good break for North Andover here, because that would have been a first down, a significant gain. And gives some encouragement to the Lancers. Again, they're down 10-0. A low-scoring game, but well played. Middle linebacker drifting back, but it's a long pass. Overthrowing the Lawrence receiver. That is Dylan Montanez. You remember Dylan Montanez was the kickoff return man on the previous kickoff by North Andover to open the half. And so the ball is spotted just outside of the 10-yard line, and it's 4th down, 4th and about 8, and so Lawrence will be kicking to D'Souza, and the ball is snapped in through the end zone and out of the end zone. So, safety and North Andover benefits. Discouraging for North Andover, discouraging for Lawrence, that is. The sun is setting here in the third period on Lawrence's chances. North Andover was favored in this game, by all accounts, and they've played like they were. And so we're looking at, I guess, the free kick by Lawrence. And we have our best offensive players back inside our own 40. The ball is put down. There's the kickoff. It's to D'Souza's side, and he catches it at the 30 on the shoulder and is tackled. He's tackled by the first man there, but there was really nowhere to go. There were tacklers everywhere for Lawrence. D'Souza makes the most of it and holds on to the ball, the most important part. Maintain possession. And so we start with excellent field position here late in the third period, with North Andover ahead 12 and Lawrence yet to get on the scoreboard. Difficult in this sun to see the numerals and the lights which define the time left, but it looks like about 5 minutes in the third period. There are a lot of North Andover residents here, and I did see a couple of vans in the parking lot and a crowd around each of them, apparently tailgating here at Joe Walsh Stadium. And so if you're watching this game, think about tailgating. We also have a couple of North Andover patrol cars parked in the parking lot, and the finest are here as always. Not that they're necessary, but they are required. I think we have an event, so you need to hire a detail, I think they might say. Not up on these things myself. D'Souza coming to the sideline. I guess what he's doing is splitting himself out. He abandoned the team, but he's out here on the right. McElroy giving him a signal as to what he thinks about the defense. Inside handoff, and a nice play avoiding several tackles. North Andover making a nice gain here. It's now third and about 3. That was probably J.D. Allen. So we had movement on the right side of the North Andover line, but also simultaneously, it appeared, on the Lawrence side. But the official has decided North Andover moves first. That was probably Carter and number 53. And so we move back. It's now third and a long 7. D'Souza again to the right-hand side, the wide side of the field. he's essentially single covered. The safety's keeping an eye on that, but a pitch to Watson, but Watson shifts, avoids 2 tackles, and then is brought down at about the 33. So it's now 4th down and a little more than 5. So only a couple of yards on that play. Time to punt. So this is an important punt for D'Souza. Lawrence has a single man back. Of course, you want to get the ball high. You don't want to drive it so far that it can't be easily covered. Nice high punt towards the sideline. Beautiful punt. Gee, it almost bounces 3 times and stays in bounds, but it does go out of bounds at about the 35. So that's good. No return, no danger. Nicely done. So Lawrence will start at their 20. It appears there was a penalty there that was against North Andover. Excuse me, against Lawrence. Tamayo throws a screen pass, but led the receiver a little too far. North Andover unchallenged here in the 3rd period. About 3.5 minutes to go. Tamayo takes the snap, drops back, looking, oh, he's starting to run, and he is swarmed under by the defense. The middle of the North Andover defense just all over him on that play. There was nowhere to go. He looked downfield. Everyone was well covered by the secondary, and so his first reaction was, I'll run. However, he ran right into the arms of 2 or 3 tacklers and gets up with a limp. But now he's coming back in. Ramos for Lawrence out on this side of the formation. 2 receivers on the other side. Quarterback looking for the back coming out of the backfield as a 25. Looks like he made a catch. View is obstructed by sideline players from here, from the broadcast booth. So ball on the 27, and it's 4th down, and there'll be another punt. Gabe D'Souza back. A high, booming punt D'Souza fair catch call. Brings it in. The ball almost sails beyond his expectations. He was thinking 32, 33, and he caught it at the 29. It looks like it'll be a beautiful evening and a really nice weekend. I hope you're planning some family events. Watson avoids two, bounces off of a tackle and keeps going out to midfield. If he stayed in bounds, I don't see any indication that he didn't. That was a persistence. Darren pinballing his way through a sea of defenders. And I don't think you can pinball through a sea. But he did. A nice momentum boost here. Two receivers here on the right. A fake quarterback keeper. McElroy, spark plug Spitfire that he is. Looks like he got a little injured on that tackle. Brought down by bigger, heavier guys. So he's heading back into the huddle. Jack Walsh in on that play, coming to the sidelines. Gave the lonely end, if you will. Spending a lot of time out here. Gabe always open. Nice run by the quarterback. McElroy kind of feeling it now. And Coach Dubzinski giving him a play. And some encouragement as he heads back in. Nice recovery from a hard hit. Nice production. And McElroy completes a pass. Five-man offensive line for North Andover. Splits left and right. McElroy back. Throws the out. That's probably Watson. Flock of Canadian geese overhead heading easterly. The sun is low on the horizon now. The shadows are lengthening out. And I would think that's the end of the third quarter here at Joe Walsh Stadium. North Andover Cam is available 24/7 on your local cable. And online, visit our website, www.northandovercam.org. Learn more about us, as well as the programming and services we provide for the North Andover community. Citizen involvement. We have a beautiful production facility and staff located, as it has been for years, just inside the front door of our high school. We do tape for you the town board meetings of all of the boards, which of course are viewed here on local cable. Inside handoff, and there's a rumor that North Andover CAM may have a downtown presence in the near future. So a lot of activity and development downtown. Keep an eye out and look around and see what's happening. Throughout the summer, we've had a farmer's market, well attended, a great idea. So here we are, it's 2nd and 8. McElroy rolling right, looking for a receiver, and he's got him. Down around the 10-yard line. A down and out. Receiver cutting towards the sidelines as McElroy rolls to the right sideline. The officials are conferring on the sideline. And the ball is now spotted at the 10. The officials still conferring, 4 officials talking it over. In the meantime, Coach Dobzinski is out near the hashes on the field talking with his quarterback, rehearsing this next play. Perhaps looking for an option off of the conventional play. Being joined now by some other members of the offense, Darren and Gabe. And now Jack Walsh is coming into the game and Coles is coming out. So it looks like we may be looking for more receiving potential here on a first down. Pistol, McElroy looking for our guys, and he eludes a tackle. He should have been down, but did he complete that? No. Elusive. Elusive. He's not the tallest player on the team, and so he has a low center of gravity, and he uses it to spin out of arm tackles made high. So second down, man in motion. And a fake up the middle, belly play, and the quarterback keeps it. Moves to his left away from the action. Makes a couple of yards, and it's now 3rd down. First down is at about the 1. And of course, a field goal would put us up 15-0, which would be 2 scores at least for the opposition. So you want to come out of this with something and burn time. And what we come up with is the reverse of the inside handoff. This time going to the left and up the center, and J.D. Allen runs the ball into the end zone by 4 or 5 tacklers who just didn't have a shot at him. He was through there so fast. Good blocking. And D'Souza kicks it through. So 19-0 early in the 4th period. There's still 8 or 9 minutes to go this evening. And now, as usually happens, the far field is clustered with families and children and people talking to their neighbors and kids running around with catching footballs and just having a good time on a Friday night here at Joe Walsh. So Lawrence with the ball. Handoff coming right. Sheds 3 tacklers, 4. A nice gain of more than 10 yards and the first down. One of the better players, stronger players, good athletes on the Lawrence team. Brandon Santelli plays inside linebacker. He's 230 pounds on the program, and you can see the benefit of his size. An old school football player. Skipped on the hop. Tamayo skips the ball to the receiver. I don't think he had a firm grip on that ball in delivering it. So it's 2nd down and 10 on the incomplete pass. A pistol with 2 backs, 2 receivers left in the open field. The ball comes inside and immediately brought down by the interior line of North Andover. That was Joe Roffer. Joe also plays on the offensive left side. Nice tackle. And that brings the play to 3rd and 13. And that's the right side of their line where you would think their best blocking is. They normally have an extra man, and they have a couple of extra big blockers on that side. So we're still on this inside hash. A ball over the middle, wide open to number 4, who eludes the defender, is running towards the sideline and down inside the 20. What a play. He was wide open, and the quarterback delivered the ball on time. No hesitation. In the first 2 seconds, when a lot of quarterbacks are measuring the field and looking at the different receivers, his receiver was wide open, 22, and just get him the ball. So a little inconsistency on the part of the Lawrence quarterback, but he did throw a well-timed pass there. Ball back to our bursting running back for Lawrence. Eludes tacklers. They were all over him initially. He managed to make the play into something out of nothing. That was Brandon Santel. Tamayo back in for the play. Tamayo looking things over, decides to scramble to the right. Looking for letting it go out of bounds. Nothing there. He was pursued. His path was blocked. He could do nothing except to run toward the sideline. No possibility to make any forward progress. No receiver open. So it's a 3rd down in the red zone for Lawrence. Ball across the middle and beautiful defensive backfield play, diving to tip the ball away from an otherwise wide open receiver on a slant targeted for the end zone from the 10. He was 2 strides after the catch from a score. A beautiful defensive play by North Andover. Spread offense again. For Lawrence, it's 4th down. They have nothing to do except go for it here. A high snap, timing thrown off, scramble left, he's covered, and another batted ball by the backfield of the Scarlet Knights. And so North Andover takes over the ball here in the fourth period with a score. The Scarlet Knights 19, and no one else has anything. Cole's back in, 44 for North Andover. So here you are, you want to run the clock here. Let's get somebody who can make progress up the middle, find the blocking and advance the ball. And that Everett offense, if you will, two wings, one on either side, circle through the backfield, get the handoff, the inside handoff, the outside handoff, cut back over the guard, avoid the middle linebacker. A fairly good gain up the middle there, moving the chains. And the sun is setting here. North Andover with the ball. A pitch. Good blocking. Short gain. Running to the right side. Just bleeding the clock a bit here now. .332 remaining. So this one all but decided. But still time to play. And that's what we're here for. So a good way to start the weekend here with family, friends, neighbors here at Joe Walsh Stadium. It's Friday night in New England. It's fall, but feels like September. Ball tipped or batted at the line. Receiver was slanting and wide open over the middle. I think that was Slattery, Ryan Slattery. Ryan's a junior. Plays tight end, although there isn't technically a tight end. It's the inside receiver. He's not next to the tackle. Although sometimes he is, but he's more of a receiver than a blocker. That's the intent for the use of his talent. And his fourth down. And Gabe kicks a booming punt out. Gabe, like his brother, obviously plays and played a lot of soccer growing up. His older brother, Gilly, who just graduated from, D'Souza's older brother, just graduated from UMass Lowell and played soccer there. But when he played in high school for Everett, he was what is called the all-around athlete. He was a receiver, a quarterback, a running back, an end. And of course, he played soccer. So they're both tall, lean, but well-built, with tremendous athletic ability. And it's terrific to have the D'Souzas here and part of our community. Tamayo with a bomb, but overthrown. A Hail Mary pass. He released it on time, but he overthrew the receiver. Needed to put more air under that ball. The direction was good, the timing was good, but you have to hang it up there so that 22 can run under it. There wasn't a safety overhanging it, so the field was open to the inside. And just a little too anxious to get it to the receiver as opposed to throwing it out there and letting the receiver run under it. So 2.5 minutes to go here. Tamayo back, eludes but does not elude the second man who comes crashing in. Carter, 53 from North Andover, playing very well. Andrew Carter. He's 6'6" and 245. This is his senior year. Reminded you a little on that play of another 6'6" player who played here 3 years ago, Yanni Falaris. Was a key, inspiring and inspired part of this team. Yanni would burst through whenever a play was necessary. You'd find him making it. You might not hear from him for 4 or 5 minutes. 10 or 12 plays in several series of downs, but when you needed to stop, he stopped them. And Carter performing well there. Just overpowering his man. So timeout here, North Andover. Listening to the various coaches as to the assignments as we proceed here down to the end of the game. You want to play well, continue to play through until the final whistle. Carelessness now leads to injuries. You don't want that. There's a geometry to the positioning of the players on the field that they instinctively learn, where to position themselves, the angles they take on a play in order to, when contacted, be contacted in a, if you might say, a defensible position, rather than being vulnerable to the kind of hit which causes an injury. And so you're always faced with planning, anticipating the coming play, and the position of the players around you, and what's the best way to engage and yet protect yourself at the same time. And here in the final moments, the game is determined, so you can't afford to let your guard down, not anticipate your position and its consequences. So here we are. There's less than 2 minutes. I say fewer than 2 minutes left, and the quarterback taking a knee, attempting to just run out the clock here rather than engage in unnecessary contact. So once again to the ball. Cox, the center. Salmonuk, Carter, Reed, and Roffer. McElroy. The ball is snapped. And the knee taken. D'Souza, the safety man, if you will, to protect against the consequences of a loose ball and an ensuing run back. But it's fairly well determined. There's not a lot of energy on either side, especially on the side of Lawrence. They are more or less anticipating the end of this game. 22 seconds, 21, 20, and that's it. North Andover has won again, 19-0. The Scarlet Knights are undefeated, ranked in the state of Massachusetts, and moving on. We hope to see you here next Friday night at the regular time for more outstanding sportsmanship, play, coaching, parenting, and commenting. So the players are lined up, shaking each other's hands in goodwill, good game, followed by convening, praying, and adjourning to the showers. And so we say good evening, an enjoyable weekend for you, your friends, and your family. This is Ray Ahern for North Andover CAM. Thank you and good night.